So thank you everyone for coming to States DAO Fellowships 2, our second cohort's demo day. We're really excited to have everybody here again and pitch their projects. So now we can get started with the first presentations.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is LaWanda, and my project is HBCU Academy. It was HBC University, but I actually work at a university, and I didn't want to be any issues with them thinking I was competing with them. So I took the university off. But HBCU Academy is increasing the number of Black professionals in Web3 using a learn, teach, earn concept. And I wanted to do this because the problems that I see is there's a disproportionate number of Black professionals in Web3, and there's a lack of education, of quality educational programs in Web3. And you can see there's an issue by looking at the numbers. 40% of Black STEM students switch majors before graduating from college. That's basically like half of Black STEM students. And 26% of Black STEM students drop out altogether. And then there's only a 15% completion rate for all online courses. And so Web3 courses are not diverse. They have minimal interactions, are not designed for beginners, offer little to no technical assistance, and have low completion rates. And so this impacts the investor, the student, and the company. And I think it's a great time to do it now because of the pandemic. And due to the pandemic, there's been an increase in the number of people looking for a new career. Web3 has made it easier for people to learn a new skill and start a new career and or own a business. And we're at the beginning of a new movement, and there's a need for equality, so no groups are left behind. So the solution is HBCU Academy. HBCU Academy is the game changer. It's developing a training program to help HBCU students acquire the knowledge and skills needed to successfully complete courses and enter the Web3 workforce with an innovative learn, teach, earn gamification concept. So as I stated before, these are our three main focus areas: learn, teach, earn. In the learn area, basically, we're going to use project-based learning to teach our students how to become developers, data analysts, marketers, community managers, many different areas in Web3. After they complete step number one, they move on to step number two, which is teach. In this particular step, students will teach community members. That includes elementary students, their fellow college students, and or community members. So first they learn, then they teach the community members about Web3, and the third step is earn. After they learn and earn, after they learn and teach, they can earn NFTs and crypto by completing bounties and internships. Our competition, EduDAO, is connected to most of the Ivy League schools, and that's what makes us different from them. Is they're focused on the Ivy League schools, and we're focused on HBCUs. Exchanges also have learn to earn, but we're different than them because those exchanges do not go into in-depth information for students to retain the information or gain skills. And then there are also organizations like Build Space, and they have a curriculum, but there's not much technical support. And HBCU Academy will give their students the technical support that's needed for them to be successful. The advantages are we will give quality education, support, community, and increase Web3 onboarding. And our comparison for how we're going to increase Web3 onboarding if you look at organization number 1, which is just an educational platform, compared to number 2, which would be a learn to earn, compared to HBCU Academy, which is learn, teach, earn, if we all started off teaching 100 students, and let's say just 50 of those students introduce Web3 to other students or community members. Well, with organization 1 and 2, there's no requirement to do that. So they may not share Web3 information with anyone. But with HBCU Academy, there will be requirements to our students sharing information before they complete the program. So if we only have 50 students to share the information to only 5 community members, that's a total of 250 people who will have received the information about Web3, exactly what is Web3 and how they can get involved. If all 100 of our students share this information with 5 people, that's 500 people who will have received information about Web3. And as you can see, it exponentially grows if those 250 or 500 people share with others after completing our program. And so our big difference compared with other people as well is we learned that if you teach what you learned, you can retain more of the information compared to just going through a course and listening to a lecture and listening to audio. And that's why we made it. That's one of our steps, is to actually teach for our students to actually teach what they learn. And so as you can see, 90% of what you teach others, you retain. And we just support this quote: when you learn, teach, and when you get, give. And that's what our students will be doing. Our team would be myself as the founder, and then also hiring instructors for Solidity, Rust, marketing. And this is our roadmap. And I will show you the actual app that we will be using with HBCU Academy. And this will be the landing page where they come to HBCU Academy. It introduces them to the different steps. Step 1, learn. Step 2, teach. And step 3, earn. And they can click below to get started. Click on this button to get started. Or at the top, they can click learn and they can start learning. And these are just some examples of the courses that we will have. All students will go through the Intro to Web3 course. And each individual week. And if they click on the day,
Hey, LaWanda.
Yes.
I don't think that it's showing your application.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
Yeah, it's still on the roadmap page.
Oh.
Share
Let
it.
me stop sharing and share again.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Okay, so let me go back over this. This is the landing page for HBCU Academy. And this can be used either as an app or as a they can use it on a laptop or a desktop or with a phone. HBCU Academy, where they learn, teach, and earn. And you can click below to get started or click learn up top to get started. And these are the different courses that they will be able to take. And the first course that all students have to take is Intro to Web3. And I have each week and the different assignments. So they have readings, they have videos, and they have an assignment. And their assignments will be interactive as well as will be discussed during their class meetings. And they will be meeting once a week. And so those are their weekly assignments. And then they have a quiz at the end. There's also information about them teaching. They will come here to learn how to teach. And they will come here to learn how to earn. And there's student services where they will get career services, counseling resources, as well as financial aid where they will actually request their bounties, the NFTs, the internships, and participate in hackathons. And this is just the career services, just showing the different places they can go to get jobs. And they will also interact through making posts to each other. And that is HBCU Academy.
I'm here to present about Emerald project. Our team consists of 2 front-end, 3 back-end, and 1 designer, and we are mentees of Leon. The presentation will proceed in the order of project summary, project detail, project demo, project roadmap, and Q&A. First of all, I'm going to talk about project summary. We drive 3. Wait a minute, please. 3 problem as a project motivation. First problem we found was that the blockchain running material were scattered. Second, for more people to join Web3, running material were needed. Third, new project stakeholders should promote their project and new improvements. As a solution, we use token economics to build a creator-centric platform where we can produce good content and be rewarded. The main difference between our service and the existing ones that it creates a Web3 creation service so that users can easily access and create content. And our service respects the value of collecting and reconstructing data. In addition, Omelot uses advertising models so that people who write good articles can be rewarded. In the initial planning, tokenomics was designed with the idea of receiving tokens from stakeholders and paying tokens to creators who wrote articles for fixed topic. We also designed a business model by which stakeholders introduce the project and give tokens received from stakeholders back to creators. However, there were 2 problems in following the plan. Initially, there were issues with connecting good creators to DAO and getting tokens from stakeholders. So we modified the plan so that many users can access the DAO and reward model using an advertising model is planned to eliminate dependence on token provider and freely create articles. To understand the service flow, let's assume there are 2 users and they will create an article by setting the level and creating the necessary running materials. Basically, you can set the following article to your own article, but you can allow other users to advertise on your article. If it is good article, many users would prefer to advertise on the article in consideration of the promotional effect. In conclusion, it is a system in which Ethereum are rewarded to users who produce good content. Let's move on to service functions. There are 2 main functions. One of the main functions is writing articles. Users create a common subject for the data they want to create and add links to useful data. The other is advertising. Users can earn money from ads or create their own billboard and place ads. This is the article creation screen. You can write titles, description, and keyword about the article. You can insert a link to the creation data and summarize it. Finally, you can have your own billboard, or you can sell your ownership to someone else. And you can also make money from the advertising as much as the value the article. I'd like to end by explaining the roadmap. The project will proceed in the order of release: project demo, project system stabilization, application of article recommendation system, content preparation and promotion, and tokenomics. It is going to be issuance of our token and to consume our token when running contract for advertising purchases. It is going to be providing a liquidity pool for swaps. This end of my presentation.
Hello, my name is Sangjun Park, and today I'm going to present what I've done during the States DAO second fellowship. Firstly, I'm really glad to join the demo day and would like to thank States DAO for this opportunity. Okay. My project is called Rentropy. As you can guess from its name, it's an NFT rental protocol. With Rentropy, people can list their NFT to get additional profit, or rent NFT to get NFT's utilities, such as in gaming or metaverse utility, or in real life utility. Rentropy connects NFT holders with renters to benefit both of them. As you know, there are many other renter protocols such as RE-NFT, Double Protocol, NFTFi, and others. So what makes my protocol special? Let's talk about that. There are three main points which makes my protocol stands out from the others. First, there is no NFT rental protocol on Clayton network yet. So right now, rentals are usually done by P2P trade. This is dangerous and always exposed to being hacked. This is an example of P2P rental. The benefit of this NFT is that it allows holders to go to the party. The more NFT they have, the better table they can get. So there comes a rental. However, since there is no rental protocol on Clayton, they rent it with no collateral and no smart contracts, just give and pay back. It's really dangerous because we don't know each other. With Rentropy, they can rent their NFT safely. Second thing is increasing utility NFTs on Clayton network. Clayton Foundation focuses on gaming and metaverse, both of which use utility NFTs. It can be items, avatar or house decorations. And also, major companies in Korea use NFTs for marketing tool. They give users benefits related to real life. The more utility NFT comes, the more demands for rental come. So demands for rental will increase soon. Lastly, one of my favorite points is that Rentropy can attract normal users. In the platform business, user income and user retention are very important. To increase and maintain users, Rentropy allows users to get rewards by sending end transactions for expired contracts. This is good for both the platform and users. Because of the nature of smart contracts, someone has to end expired rentals unless it remains forever. Sending the end transaction is usually on the holder's part to get the rental fee. But if they don't send it, the expired rental will remain forever. It can be an obstacle for managing a platform. Rentropy aims to address this issue by allowing anyone to send end transaction for expired rentals and get a portion of the rental fee. There is a 2 days grace period for holders to get their rental fee, but if they don't send transactions within 2 days, anyone can send end transactions and get a portion of holders' profit. This is similar to the convex kick system. Okay, so in conclusion, Clayton networks aim towards gaming and metaverse. Will increase demands for rentals, but currently there is no rental protocol on Clayton, and Rentropy will be the best solution. Now I'm gonna show you some demo of Rentropy. This is the URL you can easily access there. Now, in a second. Okay. Now the contracts are on the testnet. Can you see this? Can you see? Okay. So these are sample NFTs that I made. Anything including PFP, a gaming NFT, and pictures can list it. Let's look at our logo NFT. So in the detail page, we can see its name, owner, collateral, and other information for rent. This requires 1,000 mock token plus 100 mock tokens per day. Let's rent for 1 day. Then you can see the transaction here, and yeah, the total rent fee would be 1,100 mock token. And after click the button, now I rented the logo NFT. So you can see from OpenSea and you use it whatever you want to do. So click the address button to go to my page, and you can see what you rent or list. Yeah. Let's look at the logo NFT that we rented. You can return your NFT here. Okay, and now let's go to the tip page. Yeah. Anyone can see how much time is left before a rental expires. And if it's expired, they can send the end transaction and get rewards. For example, Rentropy, so remain time is about 1 day because we rented just a minute ago. And this cutie fox, yeah. Look at this. The collateral is 1,000 mock token, and the rent fee is 100 mock token. As the holder didn't send transaction during the grace period, I can send transactions. I will earn 1% of the rent fee, 1 mock token. So now I have almost about 900 mock token, and after I send this kick transaction, then yeah, I can. I got a 1 mock token now, plus. So yeah. Back to the PowerPoint. Yeah. Let's look at the milestone. This is the MVP version of the Rentropy in V1 on-chain rental protocol. We are going to focus on the front end and design, fix some issues, and calculate the real demands for rental. After V1, Rentropy will migrate to V2, which is off-chain rental protocol. Eventually, our goal is to make Rentropy as a rental version of OpenSea. Yeah. But making off-chain rental protocol costs a lot of infrastructure. So I'll demonstrate it in V1 and then migrate to V2. Thank you for listening, and it was really great being a fellow in States DAO. Thank you again.
I conducted about layer 1 research and development, and my name is Irene, and I'm the vice president of Chain and the blockchain developer at NPixel, a South Korean game company. About the motivation and goals of this project, I was interested in layer 1 research and development, and I'm dreaming some kind of to be a contributor of some protocols like Solana or Near or Aptos or Mistin Labs. But because I'm contributing to the gaming industry and I has less possibility to choose my work, so I chose States DAO to conduct and conduct the project for layer 1 R&D project. And because I have some experiences in core development in Chain, which is my blockchain academic club, I conducted some core study and substrate development study with Polkadot Foundations. And like I said, I wanted to be a blockchain core contributor at the foundation for the next jobs. I started to conduct this kind of project. And the goals of this project was researching and developing layer 1, not only the architecturals and theoretical models, but also in the code levels and making some outputs on my GitHub or something. And the other goal is to grow my understanding about layer 1s, and consists about transactions, how the transaction life cycles goes on, and how the peer-to-peer network is working by communications, and how the messages are going, and how they validate blocks, and how they proposes the finality of transactions. Yeah, so I focused on studying some kind of things like that. And this overview, I researched about Ethereum and Solana near Aptos Suisse. And because this project consists some kind of using SDKs of Cosmos SDK and Polkadot of substrate of Polkadot technologies, I researched about layer 02s. And because using this SDK requires some kind of languages about Go and Rust, I studied about that. And I made a simple blockchain with Go by the lecturer. And I built some advanced blockchains with SDKs of Cosmos SDKs and Substrate and Polygon Edge. Yes. I contributed some kind of sessions but not article yet because I have less time. But I started to contribute to my GitHub projects, so maybe you can find it on my GitHub. And about tech stack and tools, it requires Go and Rust, but it depends on what SDKs we are using. And this project, I experimented with Ignite and Substrate and Polygon Edge. And this kind of project requires knowledge about CS and deep understanding about blockchains. So I conducted like this, and I have some time to research and building simple blockchain with Go and studying some languages and making blockchains with some SDKs. About researching, I researched about various networks, including the basic Ethereum and Solana and the later blockchains like Aptos and Sui. And I conducted research by reading some materials like white paper and docs. And Discord and Twitter was quite good to make questions about some things. And about Solana, there are some kind of very educational materials and uh, videos on YouTube. So Solana Bytes or some kind of bootcamp things are very helpful. And after I researched and before I writing some articles, I gave some sessions in my blockchain club, chain, to convey what I studied and made discussions was some concepts about some challenging concepts to understand. And my understanding was going to be better. And after the discussion, I'm writing some articles about it. And this is the Solana introduction in our blockchain clubs. And I shared some kind of insights with my club members. And I think you guys are remembering there is some kind of open session about near protocol that was conducted my friend of Iwa Chain, and I helped her to prepare for these open sessions like this. And I also, in my club sessions, I conducted to introduction about near protocol and architecture. About SUI, I researched about many things, and because there is some the Swiss object concept was a little bit challenging to understand for beginners, I wrote I read some articles and Twitter threads and wrap up and gave some session in my club. Yeah. And after I giving sessions and making discussion with my members, I got some insights and my understanding was being better. So I think I can write article in more deep understanding. And I studied about Go and Rust, and I mostly listened to lecture, but I depended mostly on the books and exercises. And about Go language, it was very fast to build project and easy to onboard for the developers who are experienced with Orient OOP. And about Rust, it was quite challenging to onboard from Solidity or JavaScript developer because it has some kind of strict type supports and have ownership, but it was really secure and reliable to make codes. In building simple blockchain with Go, I listened to the lecture and followed the code, and I made a proof of work blockchains and also studied some blockchains about with code level view. This uh, includes blocks and how these blocks are created and chained, and how the mining is coded, and about P2P network and giving persistence to blockchains with a database. And this is one example that I studied with about P2P system. And this is code analysis of database of blockchains and P2P network. And about blockchain SDKs, I used three SDKs. First was Polygon Edge. This is EVM compatible modular framework. And Ignite was Cosmos SDK based CLI, and this is for sovereign application specific blockchain. And third was Substrate, and this is can use not only just for sovereign blockchain, but also can be connected with Polkadot. And this kind of SDKs was quite uh, understandable and easy for developers to build their chains. And this is one example of that I conducted with Substrate SDK. And this is what I connected to front end to check how the blockchain is going on in my local network. And this is the scene that the a blockchain with Substrate is going in actual CLI. In outputs, I'm writing some articles more, so this will be updated consistently. And about GitHub, I made all the project, but I should update to give more functions to each blockchains that I'm building on. So yeah, I think you can follow me if you want to get more updates. And the closing thoughts, it was great opportunities to start and conduct development project about layer one. And by conducting this kind of project, more knowledges and understanding about blockchains were were given to me, and that was very great to be core developer in the future, I think. But about limitation of this project, because I'm working at a company in full-time worker, I couldn't spend much time and effort to conduct projects. So this was only limitation, but I think the project on States DAO was quite good to get knowledges more and to achieve my dream in the future. And thank you very much.
I'm Abhay, and I'm a co-founder of Revio Labs, and let's get started. So who are we? We're basically a bunch of developers and learning enthusiasts, and we're currently pursuing a BTEX from IIIT Delhi. Let's discuss the problem in a brief. So, research has showed that around 59% of freelancers were owed 50,000 or more for completed work, with 72% respondents saying they still have outstanding invoices yet to be paid for their clients. Project acquisition, again, was chosen to be the biggest problem in freelance career by around 52% of the respondents. And it's no better for the clients. Clients also often face backlash when work they demand is not delivered on time or is not at par with the expected quality. Clients often also have to go through time-consuming processes in connecting and delegating work with freelance. I think it's only wise if we understand the segment we're dealing with in a better way. So, we divide the whole sector into three major problems. First, escrows, second, listing, and third, validation. What escrows basically solve is the anonymity of the internet that causes defaults in payments. So, for example, I'm sitting in X country and someone else is sitting in Y country, and the amount that is being dealt with is not exceptionally high that I would probably really want to involve in legal work. But it is not so low that I would probably want to waste 2 months of my time on building a website and then not get any payment and just get ghosted by the client. So that's solved by an escrow. Second is listing. Listing basically helps connect the right freelancers with the right clients. And last but definitely not the least, validations. Subjective conflicts between freelancers and clients are a very big problem. And another problem that we're really trying to solve using the power of blockchain would be skill verification. And you guessed right, NFTs would be coming handy in here. Our way of making the gig sector a better place. As I just described the three segments, the methodology we take is first by trying to build escrow services which are really trustworthy. Yes, the approach we take is coming for the tool and staying for the net.
Wait, hey Abe, I think that some people in the audience can't see the presentation. Stop you there. A few people said that they couldn't see it.
Sure, that's not a problem. Yeah. So The approach we take to solve the problem, this multi-segmented problem, is first by building escrow services. I think it's only wise if we actually look at how to solve the problem in a really theoretical and logical way rather than just saying, "Ki, we really need to solve a problem, just start with anything." So the wisest decision would be to start by building escrows. The approach we take is called come for the tool and stay for the network. Initially, considering that we have no network, we are going to build the best tool out there. And escrow is the tool we're currently focusing on. Escrow tool is being currently built. We're working on our MVP on Clayton. And that's the tool that's really being built right now. After we've built a pretty good escrow, people would be coming to us for the tool. And when they've come to us for the tool, that's the network that we're going to harness, and that's going to help us in the listing. Because like most startups, we too are facing the chicken egg problem. And one way to solve the chicken egg problem is, as I just said, come for the tool and stay for the network. And once we've harnessed enough network effect, we can slowly transition into the skill validation phase, wherein we'll be using the network effect and DAOs to solve conflicts, for example. Moving on, escrow solutions. What actually are the details about the escrow solution that we are offering? We offer no-code, smart contract-based escrow services. No-code means that neither the freelancer nor the client has to have knowledge about coding, and the smart contract will be completely no-code. It's basically what Wix does to website making. It helps make your website with just a few clicks. Using Revio Labs, you'll be able to create smart contracts for managing your gig just within a few clicks. 2. Smart contracts. We all know what smart contracts are. They're codes on blockchain that really make sure what is being coded is being done. An escrow service is basically a middleman. But the catch here is the middleman is a blockchain and not a centralized authority. A few salient features we offer are staking, multi-sig agreements, milestone-based payments, and 2 minutes contracts. Let's come to the most interesting part. NFTs. But wait, they're non-transferable, fungible, but they are upgradable. What does that mean? We'll be using this as a method of skill verification. What that means is NFTs are non-transferable. If you do something and you earn an NFT, you cannot just send that to your friend for them to verify the skill. If you have earned an NFT and that shows your skill, it really means that that's what you've done. And that's one of the core features of blockchain that we're trying to utilize, the immutability and the uniqueness of NFTs. A lot of people often argue about what the actual implications of blockchain are. And we feel we are one of the few people who actually understand what the few implications might be and harness its power. What's the business model? We take 1 to 4% commission per transaction from equally both the freelancer and the client. Reduce transaction fee for using a native token, and we also have plans for money lending in case of inability for the client or the freelancer to stake the money. Currently, we're also working out on plans to integrate listing with DAOs, wherein we'll divide the transaction cost equally. But why blockchain? As I hinted earlier about the real implications of blockchain, we feel we are one of the few people who actually understand what blockchains are doing, what their actual core value are. NFTs and tokenomics are few examples that actually showcase the real value rather than just being a bubble. And we feel we are one of the few people who actually understand and how NFTs can, for example, Filecoin and IPFS, and there are a few amazing technologies that can actually help revolutionize the system. What about the clients? This is a question that we've been getting pretty often. And the way we solve it is using the cradle model. What that basically means is the system is fair to both the client and the freelancer. It's never biased towards one of them. This is something that we do not see in the Web3 incumbents. For example, you might have thought, is this Upwork for Web3? Well, not entirely. Upwork is pretty biased towards the client, which means the freelancer often even has to pay what they call Upwork Connects to actually get a gig. But here, the system is completely unbiased towards both the clients and the freelancers, which means it proceeds in an automated and oscillatory manner in which often the first step has to be taken by the freelancer because the client is the one paying the money. Once a step has been taken, the client deposits some money, it stakes some money, and it is logged on the blockchain. And then the freelancer does some work and the client automatically stakes some more money. And that's how it oscillates, and it is never biased towards one of them. So yeah, let's discuss about the future roadmap. We've been finalizing the MVP for the Polygon Hackathon, and as Jordan mentioned, we won 2 bounties, Speron and Filecoin bounties right there. We'll be beginning with the initial customer acquisition soon, and we're currently implementing advanced features. We soon have plans to get funded and implement the strategies that I just talked about. widespread implementation of tokenomics would soon be another step that we'll be planning to take in the future months. That's it from my side. And let's now move about the demo.
Hey, Abe, I know you guys are running through the demo right now, but is the mic supposed to be off?
Nope, just a second. Let me fix this.
Sorry.
Hi there, Abhay Chaudhary here from Revia Lab.
Works. So coming back to the client, so let's just define the gig now. Gig has the bounty as well as the time. It seems like this freelancer is quite interested in this particular project. This QWERTY with a bad spelling seems interesting to him, right? Let's just start off with actually having a look at what the chat would look like. So here we have integrated the chat system. Apologies for the spelling as well. Let's just restart with this. And you can see right here, I'm being provided with a select option where the name of that particular person is coming in and the chat window is integrated. Amazing again, right? So this is what you can see right here. Hey, I am client. Okay, perfect. So it seems like the freelancer and client are quite well versed into understanding what they would want to have. So the client goes into the platform, it defines the client's bounty, the freelancer's stake, as well as the cancellation fee that it would have to take up with if it actually fails. Then comes another checkpoint. Let's just define two checkpoints. Let's call it task 1 and then let's just call it task 2. Perfect. Then we go to the bounty system. In the bounty, I'm just going to provide that the 40% of the money will be provided to the freelancer when task 1 is completed. Similarly, 60 when task 2 is completed. I'll just submit these values quickly. My website refreshes and I'm being provided with a deploy system as soon as I click on the freelancer. So I can deploy the contract now with this particular freelancer in hand, right? And I am shown the complete MetaMask system for the same. Right now, what this is showing me is that my contract has actually been deployed and it is asking me to mint a Revere NFT. So what is that? That Revere NFT basically defines the complete gig into an NFT. Yep, that's right. Which is taken as a stake from the client into the escrow smart contract after he starts, right? And as soon as that is done, it is provided back to the client and shown on the platform. Isn't that amazing? Yes, we have got it as an NFT, but okay, let's just go ahead with that. This is what we have for the freelancer and the client. So as you can see right here, applied, please wait for client to deploy contract. If I just refresh on this right now, let's just see what we get. So applied, please wait for the client to mint the RNFT now. So it says that the client has deployed the contract, but it is waiting for that to mint the NFT. Perfect. So let's just approve that and mint that the freelancer sees and this is the client sees. So we are actually right now waiting for the client to get done with the complete system. Perfect. Now, if you go, you can see transfer RNFT to the smart contract. That basically means that the smart contract will be holding the RNFT minted by the client. Let's just get that done as well. So the client sees. And now it is saying that it asks us to transfer the funds to the smart contract. So basically, transferring the bounty that the client would provide to the freelancer to the smart contract in the starting itself. So, as per the client, what it actually sees is that the freelancer needs to deposit its stake now. And what the freelancer sees, if I refresh that particularly nice, is that it is asking it to deposit the fund now. Isn't that interesting? The complete escrow is now managing the gig, right? So now let's just approve the access to our tokens to the smart contract so that it can actually play around with it. So it is depositing the stake now. So seems like our transaction is done. Let's just reload the freelancer scenario and see what we're actually getting. So checkpointing has started now. Believe me on that, the checkpointing has started. The smart contract has actually taken up all of the integrations that it would want to. It has taken up the funds from client, the funds from freelancer, the NFT from the client, and now it is ready to manage it. Now let's go to the checkpoint system that we have developed, right? This is the checkpointing system. This is where the client and freelancer can come in and say done with the scenario itself, right? So basically the freelancer is validating that yes, I have done this work and I am asking for the 40% stake of the complete gig, waiting for the transaction to get completed, and there's the contract shows to the client, right? So it's asking the client to actually validate the checkpoint that the freelancer is actually allowed. Perfect. So let's just get that done as well. Yes, the transaction has been confirmed now, and let's just see what the freelancer is shown. The freelancer is actually shown that they're done from their side, and let's just see what the client is shown now. The client is shown to validate the last checkpoint that they have left out for the freelancer to be given money for. So let's just get that done, and let's just dispose the money as soon as possible and get the NFT back that we have given to the escrow contract. Yep, all done from the client side, and let's just see what do we have. All done from the freelancer side as well. Reimbursing the bounty, it basically disposes the fund between the freelancer and the client. Action has also confirmed for this. Let's just refresh this one and see what we actually get. It actually shows that the gig has completed, guys. It actually shows that we're done with the gig now, right? And to the client, let's see what it actually shows, right? So you actually saw the complete management of a gig through an escrow smart contract. It was all by the smart contract itself, and that is what we have prepared.
Hi, good to see you all. My name is Sion Park. Our project is called Markor. Markor is a goat living in Himalaya. As you can see on the photo, they have a great giant screwed horns. I named our project Markor after meeting this awesome animal at Himalaya. And Markor is an NFT project that is a membership NFT for Markor DAO. While I participating as a fellowship member at States DAO, our team decided to develop NFT aggregating platform. And there are several reasons why we decided to start this project. First, there are like so many limitations on NFT projects, such as too dependent on crypto markets and so many scams, and too many NFT projects also became a problem. Actually, currently we aim to resolve these problems by bridging collectors and creators through our platform. Also, while using other platforms, we felt like the collaboration is mostly done through Discord, which I found to be very inefficient. So we are also focusing on collaboration-friendly interfaces. We have finished our design that there are 9 main attributes such as skin, item, eyewear, horn. This design was done by using Blender and Python for adding randomness. Here are some sneak peeks. Since the 9 attributes have attributes, there can be almost a million combinations, and this is just a part of it. Next, what we have done is we have uploaded our 5,555 NFTs on Clayton Network using Baobab. Here I used IPFS Pinada IPFS to store our NFT. We have uploaded our NFTs on the OpenSea for testing. We have launched our website just for the introduction, but since we are working to develop NFT aggregator features, we are currently renewing it. What we are developing is NFT passes for collectors, creators and DAO. And also we are adding NFT calendars, and registration is under progress for both creators and collectors. Currently, our team member has increased from alone to 4 people. Here are 2 developers and a community builder and a marketer. With as a team, we are planning to launch at the first quarter of 2024. My presentation is a bit short, but this is all. Thank you.
I'm Sakcham and my teammate is Harsh. Together we are building Rent NFT. So let's get to introduction. So NFT markets as of now are very illiquid. And there are a lot of people just buying NFTs just for price speculation only. So what that results is that all of these gaming NFT projects that come out, they only have, most of their token holders are only speculators. So the whole gaming economy is so restricted. So one way this can be solved or eased out is by introducing renting of this of NFTs. So currently there are 3 solutions on the market. One is collateralized lending, where you lend the NFT to an escrow contract, and you'll also have to deposit an equivalent amount of collateral just to get that NFT. So a second way is building a new token standard that's an extension of current token standard like ERC 4907. So the third way is without any collateral. So that's what we're trying to build. Rent NFT is a peer-to-peer renting protocol layer where we use wrap token model to rent out NFTs between 2 peers. So this also improves the liquidity problem in the NFT market. So we'll head into the demo. So we actually build out a small barebone game just to demonstrate the renting process, but due to time constraint we're just gonna see this, go through this video that demonstrate the renting process. I can't get a full screen. Okay, just open it on YouTube. Can you guys see this?
Yep.
So this is currently from the lender's perspective. The lender is gonna sign in. I'm gonna fast forward a bit. So these are all those NFT that a lender have. It's mostly gaming focused. So he'll choose one NFT to rent. So he chose the Viking. Everyone loves Viking, right? So he can choose the duration that he wants to rent and the listing price. First, he needs to approve the smart NFT smart contracts so that the escrow contract is eligible to transfer all of the NFTs as an escrow. I'll speed this up. We'll wait for MetaMask confirmation. And now he's gonna list this NFT, and then the escrow contract is gonna transfer that NFT to itself. So he's waiting for the MetaMask confirmation. And after that's done, the NFT is no longer in his wallet. So it's actually on the escrow contract. So Now I'll switch the perspective. So this is the borrower's perspective. I'll skip the login phase. So yeah, he doesn't have any NFT right now. So he wants to borrow this Viking NFT. So currently what he can do is look at the price and the agreed amount, then confirm the borrowing. He has to pay the agreed amount for front. Let's speed this up. So after confirming the transaction, the wrapped NFT that is generated by another smart contract is in his wallet. It has all the property of the original smart contract. So this is the wrap token model that we're using. In the borrow collection, we also can see the time left that the borrower can use the NFT within. I'll speed this up. So only after the time has expired, you can return the NFT back. So there's 5 seconds left. So after the time has expired, you can return the NFT back to the owner. In case if the borrower is acting malicious, the original owner also can claim the NFT back. So then what will happen is that wrapped NFT will be burned from the borrower's wallet. So there won't be any malicious activities. We'll wait for the confirmation. And the NFT is gone. The wrap token is now burned. Now this is the lender's perspective, and he has the original NFT back in his wallet. So after this demonstration, there is another demonstration. Oh, sorry. So this is another demonstration. We're actually trying to build a marketplace to integrate with our rental platform. This is still in development. There are some bugs and some UIs we have to integrate. So this is working full screen. I'll speed this up. So this is the marketplace. Still needs work, but we're on the phase right now. So you can list all your NFTs from there. And after listing, it's gonna show up in the marketplace. So what are our future plans? So our project right now is kind of limited. So from the lender's perspective, you can only lend a certain amount of time. There's no fixed max or minimum days you can lend for. And also for the borrower, you just have to agree with what the lender says. You can't choose the amount of date or say time you want to take their NFT from. So in future, we are gonna make this more flexible by improving the smart contract and the platform itself. We'll also introduce timely payments so that the borrower doesn't have to pay a lot of upfront cost just to use that NFT for a certain time. So our project is currently it only supports ERC 721 token standard. So we'll also integrate ERC 1155 in the near future, and we'll also integrate the marketplace fully and functionally So so the rent NFT can not only be a place where you can rent NFTs, but also where you can buy, sell. So basically a one-stop platform.
Up here, we're getting to the top of the hour. Thank you guys so much for getting to the end of the SDF02. Thank you for participating. We really enjoyed all of you. We're gonna make sure that we keep this community going. Thank you to all the mentors who are still here and help the fellows get through the rest of this fellowship so that they could present on their demo day. We really want to be here to help see that these projects continue to succeed. So the core team, the community will all continue to be a resource. We have a lot of plans upcoming, so stay tuned for that. A lot of exciting news, a lot of announcements, some new product launches. Thank you so much again. Thank you to all the presenters, all the builders, and all that participated in States DAO's second fellowship. We're really excited for what's more to come, and we're really excited that you guys all joined us here on the demo day.